Good morning, Milania, First Lady that was. I've always kept an eye on you. When you were moving into the White House, I was particularly struck by the way that you were received. Most ungracious, most. Anyway, I kept my eye on you. And of course, half of the country voted for the President, Mr. Trump. And it was very difficult, the polarisation. But I kept my eye on you because we wanted to know that he was being looked after, you know. And obviously, all we could see was your grace, you know. And also when you went to see His Holiness the Pope, I was pleased about your manner, your demeanour. And then when you came out and spoke for him, that was it, you know, that was it. And I've had to be one way or the other because I've got dual nationality, you know, because I'm a Scot too. And I told everybody over here, I don't know what you're talking about, because you better be careful, because his mother had the Gaelic. So, you know, don't think that you're dealing with a politician, but they never ever could get that. They weren't really dealing with a politician, they were dealing with a businessman. And to see that business is actually the way to go if we want to get things fixed. So I'm not really sort of going into what I understand, but I wouldn't have thought that people like your husband and the other people who voted for him, that we don't understand that something needs to be done. But let me just concentrate on what it is that I want to say to you. That it's a special day, and a special birthday too. It's I've got what it is that I wanted to say to the president. It's about Robert Burns. And I know he must have got Robert Burns at school. He must have, because Jojo got it, you know. And there was a great big seat in the living room. And I was in this big chair. It's an easy boy chair, whatever. Everything that Mary had in that house, she won it down at Greensburg. So that was one of the things that she won. And it wasn't my turn to do the ironing. It was Antonia's turn to do it. And then Jojo came in, you know. And he's laying on the bed and he's you know, you Scots, you're full of shit, and you're this, that, the next thing, and Robbie Burns, and you know, he's going on. Antonia said to me, "Go get him, Chief, go get him," you know. And eventually, I don't know what it was that he said, but I got up and I battered him one, and that was it. God, the bloody bed broke. The bed broke. Oh my God, the bed broke. And what the hell were we going to do? Oh, we went round Harris and everywhere looking for a 6-inch nail. I said, you look at 6-inch nails. Because if that goes in the middle of the night, and Joe, who's a Siciliano, you know, he's going to knife us all, you know. And then he'll start greeting about us, you know. Anyway, I know that you must have got that. And really, that actually says it all. Because what are we except springtime, when the sun warms the earth, and the little seed in there, and it's a gowan, you know, a little daisy, you know, wee crimson tippet flower. And it suddenly, up it comes, and we've got absolute beauty, of course, but we've also got food and the grasses, and that's what we started out on. Oh, that leads me right into the next one, and that is about the North American Indians, because there's a girl called Alice Schindler, And I've been trying to get work there. I want to go there. I want to help. I want to help them. And I noticed about the pipeline and the fracking, etc. And I understand. I understand, because we all understood that Carly Fiorini we wanted because of the drugs and everything. But she couldn't take the locker room stuff that was going on, and she folded pretty quickly. And then the next thing is that was President was in, but as I say, first of all, he started fulfilling his promise to everybody, and he gave them work, and that was magic for me, because that's what I teach. I teach people self-actualization, and how on earth do you feed your family and get a roof over your head and even put by a little bit, whatever, no matter how poor you are, unless you've got a job. So that's his priority. So he was a president who went for his priorities. And there are more people killed on the roads in America than there were in Afghanistan, etc. So this business of them fighting everywhere, all over there, and get them home. Now, I voted for Obama twice, and the second time, what else can you do, you know? But I worked in the Bronx, and I worked in the schools there, and the chefs there, they're all ex-army trained. They're all chefs. And they were having to feed the kids the stuff that she wanted them to have, good food. You know, it's so against the law to interfere with what children eat or whatever. And I'm looking at tubs this size full of apples so hard that we're using them as bloody footballs. And then they've all got skimmed milk. Because that's what the Congoms and everybody dumped on them. Because they think that they've got power or whatever. And then as it turned out, well, we know what's what, etc. But they were pleased that the president was there and attending to that. So I believe it's a stooshy right now, because he fired somebody. Well, he fired him because he knows instinct. Get the hell out of here. And it turns out now that he's a fifth columnist, and he's been sending stuff back to China, all the information, you know. So everything that Trump was saying, and I'm so frustrated over here because I know he's saying things like, you know, bleach and that, and it's because it's the scientists are telling him this, that, the next thing, right, and steering him this way. Maybe not intentional. Who knows? Who knows? But people, hey, they're fallible, right? But anyway, I'm saying, God, we invented, you know, Lister invented the antiseptic, the mouth antiseptic. So that's like bleach, etc. And then you've got Andrew's liver salts, which is really magnesium sulfate. You can get it for $1, a big bag this size, in the dollar store. And you just teaspoonful to a pint, and you just drink it and swallow it. So there you are drinking bleach and something that deals with viruses and whatever. And yeah, I heard you what you said about the vitamins, etc. And people don't believe you. Anyway, not to worry. I tried to deal with the one that put him off Twitter, and I wanted him to be brought into court because he took him off Twitter. So how else was he able to speak to the people? But then I found out about Amazon, you know, and Amazon, he's the richest man in the world. He's gone up to this guy with Branston. Oh, I hope they keep him up there, you know, and I hope the Scotties get the crystals going and they find a better place up there, you know, and stay there, please. But I know that things are going to get better. I know that. We all know that if we care. What we don't know is whether we're going to be here today or tomorrow. But I really don't see why not, because I've got skills and I've got things to do, and I'm a nurse, and my job is to take away fear. Now, when I was working, I was leaving New Jersey early in the morning, 3 in the morning, got up, get ready, go down onto the light rail, into Newark, from there Newark into the Stage Door Cafe, because that was a really good toilet there. Plus I got my breakfast, and as soon as I come in they'd say, hey, she's here, you know, get it all ready for her. And if I didn't do that, crikey, I was in trouble later on. That got me up to the Bronx in time for everything. And I was able to see quite a lot. And I had said that when they took the film of the Congress being invaded, there was a white man there sitting on Pocahontas's chair. And I know that he was derelict, and I know he wasn't working. I could tell by his hands, right? But nobody took it up, nobody got him. And so now, guess what? Mr. Ramadan owes me money. He owes me copyright, because I've not had a penny for my book. And he's selling my book here, one that is used, $16.50 or $16.79 or something, you know. Oh my. So if he thinks I don't know that I've got a good lawyer and I've got my own company and I do my own printing, etc. now, and I've got my second book up and running, ready to go out, whether I get it out or not, that's not the bean. I've got a healthy respect for money, but it doesn't own me. The other thing I wanted to say to the president was that I wouldn't be voting for him again until I know that he's been checked out completely. And as far as big finance and everything goes, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I give anybody the benefit of the doubt that has decided, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. Then I saw the video of how Obama treated him in a room full of journalists. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Good on you, sir. Good on you. Good on you. So, as I say, I know it's been treason since he got out, and I know that Oprah is furnishing him with that. She thinks she's in charge of that. Listen, not even Amazon's in charge. It's the Inks and that at the back, and all of their money in China and Russia. And they've managed to break all the laws so that the rainforest has been brought down and they're growing veg. Tesco are selling it to us, you know, etc. And they're also making food for animals, etc. So I've been actually doing my very best over here causing trouble. I think I might be. Maybe I'm done, maybe I'm not, maybe this is just the start. But I wanted to speak to you. I wanted to get through to you, just to tell you that I love you. And I'm not going to be silent anymore. No, speak up. And I don't think there's anything else that I would want to say. Oh, except the guy that you got, because I'm going there, I know what would help. And I know that you had all the stuff that the Obamacare and that was good. I'll tell you why, because my friend's son is slow. So, you know, as soon as that came out, oh, he got this and he got that and he got his diabetes sorted out and his glasses. And, you know, my hairdresser was the same. She needed her ears testing. She needed her eyes and she got all of that done. So if you didn't have a job, then you could get free medicine. So they don't understand the two different systems. But I know a way. I absolutely know a way. Here's another thing. Patterson is nearly bankrupt. Newark, well, I don't know, and I don't know about now what's going on, but I've got an answer for you. But the only thing is, I'm not going to get a job or whatever, you know. Let me show you what I've got, and you can decide what it is that you would want to pay me. But I want to be able to go to Alice Shindlet and get my job with the North American Indians. Here's me back with the North American Indians again. And well, Indian reservations and, you know, who would know about that but the Scots? And the suicide rate with the North American Indians, it was 60%. That was the sober ones. That's the sober ones. And when you get back in, well, all the national parks, I think that you would probably be better to say to the people at the national parks that if they want jobs, then these parks have to be looked after by them, because they're the only people who appreciate nature and what nature can give them. And by these, and they're the only people who, if they need to get a bear to keep them through the winter, they always say a prayer, and they always bless the bear before they make it ready for keeping for the winter. So I'm asking you that during the winter months that they're allowed to go there to teach the young people how they used to live, you know. But other than that, there will be people showing round the tourists. And done now, I think. Better go. Better go.